Hello and welcome to episode 53 of the Championship Rounds podcast. Very, very weird week. Um, a lot of bad publicity for the sport, a lot of good publicity for the sport. But we'll start the good stuff. Last night, Inoue gets dropped again by Ramon Cardenas. I didn't give Cardenas a shot in this fight. But yeah, he scored a knockdown in the second round and made it really, really competitive. Up until Inoue does what Inoue does and got a hold of him and ground him down and ultimately got an 8th round TKO. A very, 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 I thought a very, very rusty and sort of just a bad performance by Inoue, if I'm being honest.
I think this is just who he is now. I think this is who he is. I mean, he had periods of that fight where he looked fine, where he was like boxing and moving behind the jab. Looked slightly like the Inoue of old, but no, this is just who he is. If you want the old Inoue back, like faulting him it's not coming because he's focusing way too much on power. He's putting every it's all power, and he's not thinking about speed. So, like, his feet are going to be flat, and he's going to overcommit too many punches and square up like he does. And because his flaws defensively, where he brings his hands down, it's always been there. But because he's been so quick with his feet, he can just throw, land, and get out, or with his reflexes where they were so good, and avoid it. But now he can't.
Now he's just trying to murder everybody with every punch at the start of the fight when he's cold, and now he's getting like hurt. He's getting hurt now with Neri. Well, that could happen. It's Luis Neri. Like, he punches hard as shit. So it wasn't too bad that he did like that happened to him because then he dominated the rest of the fight like from then on anyway with the knockdown in this fight. He didn't dominate until like the six, seven, eight round.
I mean, like, he had like a dominant fourth round, and then Cardenas. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know, maybe we all just underrated Cardenas. I mean, like, he
Yeah, but
has been
understandably though.
he has been known to be a puncher, even if he hadn't shown it recently. I mean, he's really quick and he's a very good counter puncher. But his performances didn't show that he could do anything like that.
Yeah, at all. So it wasn't a surprise that he was such a big underdog. He just got dropped and had controversial decision win on Pro Box a couple months ago.
Yeah, like I thought he won that fight. I thought he looked really good in that fight for 5 rounds. And then he got dropped and completely fell off a cliff. But like I mean, Inoue's a pound for pound one of the best fighters in the world. I mean, you shouldn't be going life and death with Cardenas. Like that's really all there is to it. But I mean, I know that's just what he's doing these days. I mean, this is just his style.
It's a style, and I think people don't realize that he started his career barely over 100 pounds as a grown man, barely over 100. Like, you can't keep taking punches from people who are just naturally bigger than you. Like, yes, you knocked out damn near everybody you fought, so you're gonna think, oh, if I just touch this person, they're gonna go down. So that's what he was trying to do at the start. What he's been doing at the start of fights, like all the time now, is just try to just throw random shit out there, hoping it'll just hit him and they'll go down. And he's been caught clean and cold in two recent fights now. So
Like he's like you're doing it wrong. Like I get when you move up and you fight bigger guys, you wanna make them feel your power. but you're doing it wrong. Like, his advantage is his speed. His advantage is speed. Like, he punches hard. Like, it doesn't matter. He punches hard. He's gonna have it there whether he sits down and loads up on everything. And it's like he had a better base as well because he wasn't committing so much, and he was just more balanced.
I also
That's
thought
probably why
he looked physically better than he did in, like the Paulus fight and the Neri fight where he looks like so heavy. This fight
I think
he actually looked like better. Like
I think the weight was fine because he was able to move on his feet. Like, especially in the first round, I mean, like, he moved on his feet fine, but then, well, he got caught and knocked down, and he was
with the
actually
same
hurt.
punch that Neri dropped
Yeah,
him.
it was the same punch because Cardenas, he switched up when he's throwing it. He
Yeah, I
did
feel
it.
like he was hurt
He,
worse than the Neri knockdown.
he did it opposite. What's his face? Was it Kevin Kelly?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did it opposite Kevin Kelly. Brilliant.
You know, like same. I guess his was more like a Cardenas was more like an overhand than a hook, but it's still like a looping ish left hand that's dropped him again that he just doesn't see because he doesn't put his he doesn't he doesn't realize when left hands come towards him. I guess anymore. I don't know.
No, it's what he's always done. Like most Japanese fighters, when they throw, they drop their other hand. Not all of them, but most of them. And he's been able to get away with it. Like we saw him get punished by it against Donaire, broke his eye. But he had a much better base, and he was just like, if you see that knockdown, like, he's so like close to Cardenas, and he's leaning back as well. Like, he's not on balance at all, and then he just gets hit with a shot he doesn't see. It's not great, and I don't think this Inoue is an elite fighter. Don't think he is. He's still good enough to beat most fighters because most fighters aren't anywhere near elite fighters. But I don't think this Inoue is an elite fighter.
This version of him is kind of like the drop off is kind of like it's kind of nasty. But I feel like he's just extended himself so much weight wise that like even though he's not even that like old of a fight, like what is he, like 32, 31, 32? He That's not a old fighter, and I kind of feel like his career is just about to be done. Like he can't, comparing him to the other fighter who was great on the card. I don't he can't go up to featherweight and fight like an elite fighter, to be honest.
Well, lucky for him, there's no elite fighters at featherweight. But there
Well,
is elite featherweights. There is elite featherweights, I guess, like the Espinosas. I mean, I guess he could fight Fowen again if he wants to go up. He doesn't want to go up. Like I've been saying, he shouldn't go up.
but
I'm saying this for ages. Like, yeah, he said if he can make 122, he's going to stay at the weight.
yeah, but he also said his last like thing he wants to do is like his I forgot what the phrasing he used in the like when he was getting questioned by Mark Kriegel. He wants to be undisputed at featherweight too, but he just can't do that. He's not gonna be able, he physically can't do that. He's just
Like,
not big enough. And he's
maybe
not gonna
he
be able to
could.
take a punch good enough. So
Like, maybe he can, but not fighting like this. You got to use your advantages over these type of fighters.
yeah.
And when you got, yeah, go on, Thomas.
I think at feather he's gonna have to be selective, whereas he hasn't throughout his career. Like, it'll be a Nick Ball and then maybe the defense of that title, or maybe move back down. It won't be like, oh yeah, I'll move up and I'll just ping off every champion straight away, and then yeah, like that's not happening. He's not going Espinoza, then Leo, then Ball. Like it'll be Ball, and then it'll be maybe I'll move back down. Maybe I'll have another fight there. It won't be like we've seen it before.
I just hate people moving up in weight then coming back down. I don't think it's very good, but I guess it did work out for Donaire.
Donair's an anomaly, though. Really.
Like, it doesn't usually work out too well for people that move up and then move back down. Like, even if it's only like 4 pounds or so. Just not great. I could imagine, like, he would want to fight all of them in a row, but probably not the best idea. And if you are fighting them all in a row, then save the best for last, just in case you get Jin.
And let's be honest, Espinosa's not got long at feather.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't.
But I said, I said a few months ago, and I've been saying it for a few months, that timing's everything, man. And I just think Nakatani is going to get him at the right time next year. Put a Akhmadiev fight in there, put a Bull fight in there. Junto beats Nishida, and then in a way maybe moving back down, or maybe the fight happens at featherweight. I just think Junto is gonna stop in a way. I think. And I think it's all about timing. And Junto's team have got the perfect timing here.
I have to see how Junto looks. At first against Nishida, and then actually at 122. Because I think the fight will happen at 122. I think with this, I think it's a 50-50 fight. But it's definitely dangerous because that punch that he keeps getting caught that he doesn't see coming
is his specialty.
It's his punch, and he does it better than anyone. It's so quick how he does it.
Murdered people with.
Like, yeah, I would imagine Inoue wouldn't fight like an idiot. He would actually box.
And he'd know that's the punch coming towards him.
But, there's always a possibility of getting caught with it, especially because he lands it against everyone.
And he's shown like a good vulnerability to. Like Inoue can still take a punch. Like people call him chinny. He's not chinny.
Well, if you're chinny, well, one, he would have been dropped way more than twice, and two, I mean, you don't get off from those punches, especially the one against Cardenas. If he's chinny, he's done on that punch.
You're chinny, or you getting hurt off jabs and like off like light punches and stuff. Like that's chinny. He's not chinny.
But he just makes mistakes defensively and pays for them. It's boxing. It's what happens. The opponent is there to make you pay for your mistakes, and that's happened twice.
In short succession.
And well, he's come back to stop them both. And I mean, he's pretty defensively responsible after he gets hurt, and his recovery powers seem to be pretty good, which is fine, I guess.
It's just this wasn't the opponent that he should having to dig deep to do stuff like that against.
Yeah, I mean, we need to shout out Cardenas. I mean, he really turn up. That's what we want from everyone. He did end up kind of taking a bit of a beating, but he dropped Inoue and put on a really competitive fight. It wasn't like he just dropped him. I was like, yeah, well, I'll just get bad after. Nope. Still continued to do his thing, even when he was. Speaking of the stoppage, I mean, I've not really any problem with the stoppage because of how it was looking in the last couple of rounds. It was just
the placement.
It was just because it was weird because it was so quick into the round and he got hit with a few punches and the referee was like, eh. But then again, I guess he was taking a lot of shots in the 7th round. He'd just been dropped. Even in the 6th round, he was taking lots of shots. And his corner going into the 8th round did say they're going to give him one more round.
So I wasn't mad at it. It just was like a weird. It was like how the what do I always compare it to? Like the Charlo versus Tony Harrison one. Like you probably could have stopped it earlier, but then at the point you did stop it, he had already taken a lot of punishment, but you just stopped it at like an awkward moment.
I,
I'd
I
like to see. Hold on a second, Thomas. I'd like to see Cardenas get another shot, and I think he could be a good opponent for Nakatani in his first fight at 122.
The battle of the overhand left. Ooh.
Like, 'cause not only, I mean, I guess he's a good fighter. I mean, he's top 10 at the weight, I guess, and like, so be something to compare them to. Be like, oh, well, how's this guy done against this guy? People like that type of stuff in boxing.
Mm.
Yeah, some people said Neri, but like it's a fine fight, but fuck Neri, pretty much. Yeah, simple as that. He doesn't deserve anything. Fuck Neri. Okay, Toppers. My apologies.
I thought the stoppage was a tiny bit early. It is what it is. But I Cardenas versus Neri is the fight to make. And boxing is a lot better with Lewis Neri in it. And obvious, it's about time people started realizing that. But anyway, um, it just is. Um, yeah, I think Cardenas deserves more TV opportunities, man. After that, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm just putting on that performance against someone like Inoue. I mean, his stock is gone through the roof. Like, can he go back to pro box after this?
Shout out Pro Box again, because
Yeah, shout out to fucking
it's
pro
like
box.
it's like you go through like Pro Box and you become like a significantly better fighter.
Like, I think it's because, like, technically they've gone down and in a level, I guess, of broadcasting, and they just want to get back on TV so bad. And they work better, and they put on solid performances, or they fight really hard, and then when they actually get on the TV, like they're actually there to win, to stay on TV and put in a good performance and try, because like, you just never know when the opportunities are gonna come, and you have to take the opportunity that you got. And he took the opportunity that he got, and in another world, if Inoue wasn't so fine after he got dropped, you never know what could have happened.
Or
Pulled
would
off.
maybe if the bell hadn't rang, right?
Yeah, it was pretty late in the round as well. And like he was really going for it in the third round. Some of those like shots they were missing by like millimeters.
I was like, I couldn't believe he was still trying to do the things like him just trying to take his head off from the first two rounds after he had been dropped. I was like, you're asking to get hit with the punch again. But then for like a couple rounds, you could tell Cardenas was like trying to just land the same thing again, or land just another huge left hand because he was kind of forcing it.
Yeah, so I in a way said that like he likes like a war, and I mean they were interviewing him.
She
Well,
like
they
it
were
less.
they were showing an interview of him between one of the fights. I think it was the Espinosa fight, and he said something like, "Oh, they want to rather than a great performance, I want to give them a great fight or something like that." And I'm like, "Well, yeah, you did that."
But just don't just like being in a war less, please.
Like you can give like people, like, you put on good performances, people will enjoy it. It doesn't have to be a good fight for people to enjoy.
You just
Like
don't have.
people,
You just can't be boring. You can't just be. You can't be like the other couple days. You
like if you
can.
put on
You
a
can beat. You can beat on someone. You just don't
if
have
you
to slug with them.
if you put on a great performance, like you're not going to be boring. And him putting on a great performance means he's going to stop someone. So, like, just do that. If you want to have a war, don't don't have a war. That's not good against these people. You've already had your war. You had it 6 years ago. That's fine. Or if you want to have a war, be smarter about it, I guess. That'd be better.
Don't float into range with your hands low.
Yeah,
Right
just
into
don't
the
be an
range.
idiot. Like, you can have a war, but be smart about it. But then again, if it's a war, not really smart, is it? I don't know. Great fight. Not the greatest performance. Had moments of looking okay, like good, but then most of it was, just Inoue being post Fulton. Anyway,
I gotta rewatch to see if it enters the list.
I don't know.
He got like beat on kind of crazy in the last couple of months. But
I mean, I've, it depends. Like, you're gonna watch it and you think, oh, Inoue's doing like so much more, but like, he was landing a lot of good punches. Could just stick it in because a bit weak, weak here.
yeah, it is weak, bro. It's such a weak start of the year. Like I said to some, I forgot who it was, but this is like it's kind of like the worst start of a year, of a boxing year for like the last like 5 years, excluding the COVID year, obviously. The start is just so like bleak.
Yeah,
I guess it's starting to get good now. I guess.
it picked up. Minus last few days that's happened.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've done what we're doing anyway now, aren't we? Really. So I guess
Yeah,
it's a discussion. We'll have more discussions on this, but excuse me. The chief support on this show. My God, I thought Edward Vasquez would give Rafael Espinosa problems, but he's just so big, so strong, like punches hard, throws so many shots, and it's just how do you deal with that? Like how can you deal with that? Like by the time Vasquez had got in to do work, he'd taken 5 or 6 shots, and then Espinosa's still exchanging with him and throwing 2 or 3 times as more when Vasquez gets on the inside. Like, and Vasquez like did do good work. He landed some good body shots. He landed some good shots upstairs. I just don't know how you can deal with that, to be honest.
yeah. I mean, like, he was able to get on the inside and land shots to the head. They just weren't doing anything, and then he was taking 5 million punches. Like, he's like Espinosa. He's like a much better Fundora, really, isn't he?
He's like,
Nice.
I feel like he's way more. I feel like he might be a near perfect fighter, to be honest. Like his defense is obviously not, it's not good, but literally everything else. What other fault does he have besides the defense? Really?
Like, even for a big guy, his footwork's pretty good. I mean, like, he threw the jab a bit, which he doesn't really love doing because he likes fighting the inside. I mean, his punch variation is good, isn't it? I mean, he loves an uppercut, of course, because he's so big. But I mean, he throws varied punches and body punches as well. He was hurting Vasquez in the body a lot, which was a concern, which I would put down to him not having made featherweight in a couple of years. Yeah, I don't know how you really deal with that, other than just chinning him, I guess, just catch him over the top.
You have to knock him flat out.
Yeah,
But on top of him not having great defense, he just still has a great chin, so it doesn't matter really.
yeah, I mean, he seems to take a good shot. I mean, like that Rabasi punch, like, kills most people, and he got up even if he was basically done, and he recovered as well in that minute. I don't really know how, but
On one leg. So
He's twice the fighter he was in the first Rabasi fight.
yeah,
improved.
he's
he
improved.
might be more than that.
He's improved so much. Yeah, there's the they've let him get it's featherweight fighters have let him get too good.
The only one I feel like I could give him any type of problem is Leo, but again, like he's not. He's also not really like elite at anything. Like he Shin Lopez, but he doesn't have known crazy power. He can't get outboxed. He can get hurt. So it's just like I'm
Well,
not.
he's a very smart fighter. I mean, he's probably got elite timing, I would say.
Yeah.
But like, can you really? Can you see someone outbox him? I mean, like you can, but you can't at the same time. Like, I mean, he does a pretty decent job of cutting off the ring as well. A couple people need to learn to do that.
Learn from a fighter who didn't even have all their fights completely on Boxer like 2 years ago. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he's just kind of like perfecting his style. Really.
And he'll probably be even better once he's not probably draining himself.
Yeah.
He'll probably take a better punch. Like
But then he will be fighting like bigger guys who will hit harder. Like there's some pretty big super featherweights, but they're not the best fighters, are they?
no,
Super
that's what I'm
featherweight's not
saying.
the
He's going up to a kind of not that good division. So
well. I mean, I can't really see anyone at featherweight beating him, to be honest.
no, he doesn't lose to anybody. And honestly, off the back of it just happening like 12 to 15 hours ago, I don't. He'd beat Inoue. He might do him nasty, to be honest.
Well, I mean, he probably fights small against Espinosa, and he has counter opportunities. But then again, can he even reach that high?
Like this, what I'm saying. He's again. It's like the most talk about thing about him. He's 6'1". He's 6'1".
Like, Anyway's like 5'5".
5'5", if that maybe. Like like just 6 feet, anywhere near 6 feet as a featherweight is just crazy.
I think Ohashi's too smart for that. Like, that ain't happening.
No,
That fight won't happen.
I'm just hypothetical. I would probably pick Espinoza
Yeah,
to beat him. Like
Espinosa wins that. I think they'll probably try and do Leo if he comes through Kameda, and then I don't know, man. 130 like Navarrete, Nunes Rikishi winner. I think like one of those maybe. I think Espinosa versus Navarrete, man. He beat up Navarrete as well, didn't
yes.
he? Man, like he's a problem. He is a problem.
Definitely.
But yeah, moving on to this undercard. Um, Rohan Palenko, I thought looked really good for about 7 or 8 rounds, and then just didn't have the tools to finish off Maidana. I thought the stoppage was there for him if he put his shots together well, but I thought he rushed his work a bit and fell in a little bit too much to be able to get to stopping them. But I thought he looked really impressive early. He was beating up Maidana, won every round and
Yeah,
dropped him.
I think he put too much like energy into trying to stop him early, and then he was at the end. He was like, he's not gonna go, just whatever. But then he finally he almost got him in the last like 30 seconds. But
Yeah, he's a
that
good
just
fighter.
I guess that just wasn't the night to get a knockout. I guess like it's, but he still looked good. It's like not. It wasn't a bad performance.
Yeah.
I could tell you look way better than Barrios. Dude, 'cause Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
Barrios.
So,
Yeah, I think Blanco beats Barrios right now. Being honest
yeah.
about it, like I think he's ready. I think you should put him in with Santion. If Santion wins next week, he fights on Saturday. If Santion wins, make Palenko against Santion.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I thought he looked really good. I mean, I didn't think he'd stop Maidana because, well, he's Maidana.
He finished Maidana, so it's
Like, I think, like, if he, like, focused more on the body earlier rather than remembering it with 30 seconds to go, he probably could have got him out there. But, outside of that, I mean, he looked good. Like, I mean, and he took a few shots and took them well, which was good because Maidana can punch. I thought this was,
really hard.
yeah, that was a good matchmaking. They're developing him really well. And yes, I do like the Santion fight. I think that's good. I don't think they should stick him with Norman just yet. But if they can get the Barrios fight, which they can't because he's fighting Pacquiao, he would beat Barrios.
I'm mad that you reminded me. That's a thing that's probably gonna happen.
Yeah, like I
Kind
mean,
of threw up in my mouth a little bit.
like they're developing him well, and they're matching him really well. Like Santion is good, and then someone else. And then you can, if you can't get Barrios, then stick him in with Norman.
Wait. We'll move on to welterweight in a minute.
Like it's not the best division, but I mean, he looks to be the best next upcoming thing in the division, I guess.
Welterweight, man. There wasn't a lot else in that show. Emiliano Vargas beat a journeyman. No, like Barrera beat a journeyman. Nikita Nakano looked good against Pedro Medina.
Man, he punches so hard.
He's like a Jap. He's like Rung. I thought I was looking at Sor Rungvisai when I was watching.
Like he's just fluid. That's what he is. He's fluid, and he doesn't even load up on his punches, and they're so hard. I wouldn't want to be on the end of those punches.
Also, Harvey Doc, what are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, it was just kind of pointless. Like he kept going down, and then just going down again, and then going down again. Like it wasn't like he just got dropped all the time from body shots. No, the first couple of times it was
The
headshots.
first two were headshots.
It was like headshots, and then the body shots and body shots. It's like, buddy, just stop the fight.
The refs are too lenient when it's like body shots because, you're not hurt to the head. Like your brain's not getting like hit all around your skull. But again, he got dropped twice to the head earlier, so he's hurt everywhere now. Like after like 2 body shot knockdowns.
Yeah, but they need to realize what type of fight it is, and like this is like a whatever fight. Like he's meant to be doing what he's doing. He dropped him like 27 times. What's the point? And he's getting bad. It's not like a world title fight where someone's getting dropped lows and you keep it going. No, just stop the fight.
It's a prospect fight. Please just stop it.
Yeah, he's not a yo-yo. Stop the fight. He's a person.
He's a human
being. Yeah, like the ref is not taking these punches from someone who hits just insanely hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, well, that's all the punches. That's all the fights I watched. I didn't watch any of the other fights because I was busy and I didn't really want to watch Aleem. I'll be honest.
He was horrible.
Like I've seen one Aleem fight, so I've seen them all.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
That's it.
Yeah.
He goes like half, like not life and death, but like he does stupid shit the entire fight, but he's like obviously winning. He's just aggravating to watch.
Like he's good and skilled. It's just like I don't really have any interest watching you do the same thing every fight.
No matter what who the opponent is, it's the same thing.
We'll be saying that again.
Jesus.
Yep.
Right, so that's that card done. God. Pick your poison, Saturday or Friday. Which one?
Go for Saturday. Get Saturday. Let's just go backwards.
Go backwards. Might need to get a bag to throw up in. Jesus Christ.
All I'll say is, if you're a matchmaker, right. How do I put this? This is why it's important to have people that actually know the sport put your cards together for you, because a back foot Cuban single shot merchant and a plodding front foot single shot merchant together is going to do that every time. Well, probably a bit better than that actually, but Skull, just send them back to Cuba. Bad enough.
Germany, whichever.
No, send him back to Cuba. Send him back to Cuba and give him to the government and say he defected because that's where he belongs. Rotting in a Cuban jail for that performance. Jesus Christ.
I mean,
Canelo.
Did you expect any different from Skull? I mean, I thought that's exactly how he would fight.
Yeah.
And
I did as well.
Like one of these people did more than the other, and it wasn't Canelo. Like you might have not liked the way that Skull fought, but he was actually throwing punches. What Canelo was doing was walking forward, doing nothing, and landing a couple body shots every now and then.
He's washed. I'm not gonna pull out the outstanding Gap Band music right now. He's so
and like if you're not like giving rounds based on that, you hate the fact that Skull is fighting the way he's fighting. He's winning rounds. Like you might have scored it wide. I didn't. He won rounds. And look, you never know. Look, if Canelo fought like that, would he have won the fight?
Yep.
Yeah, he would have.
He could fight however he wants. It's Canelo. That's how.
Because like he's not landing anything powerful or hard, but he's moving and landing like some jabs and some right hands here and there. Like I mean, it's not great, but it's like we hate when people fight like that, and it's like, what are you doing? But that's usually when the other guy is actually doing stuff in front of you, or at least trying to do something. Canelo wasn't even really trying to do anything. Like just body. I mean, he landed 8 punches to the head that fight.
I don't remember any of them, to be honest.
I don't remember any either. All I remember is him landing body shots.
That's
like,
so
yeah.
terrible.
Skull was terrible. Canelo was even worse. Like, I don't even know. Like, his feet. Like, he's always been flat-footed. But, man. Like, it looked like someone had just nailed his feet to the canvas. That's how bad they looked.
He
Like
was just
he's
like sliding around the ring.
it's not good. Like
He's done.
look, like there's weight classes for a reason, but if Crawford takes the power, he's beating Canelo. Well, beating Canelo is on paper, on the cards,
Yeah.
not the official cards. He won't get the
He
decision
won't get it, and he's
because
not gonna chin him either. So
he's not gonna hurt Canelo, and he'll outbox Canelo, won't win, and you're not getting a decision by outboxing Canelo. You have to do what Bivol did, or Floyd, which was push him back and actually do more stuff. Like I know Crawford looked bad against like not great against Majimov, but I don't really think that was more to do with his size. I think it's more to do with Majimov's
weird
style.
side.
Yeah, like it's feints. Like he's not gonna throw if you're up and down like Majimov is. You know, Canelo doesn't do that, and I know he feints a lot, but less so. And he doesn't feint with his feet. Like he's there to be hit, even if he can still. Like I mean, he still like blocks punches. Occasionally slips a punch. Not much anymore, but occasionally he just blocks and parries. I'll give him that. He does parry punches, which I like.
Yeah.
Parry the jab, but it wasn't great, and it was expected. Like, did he really need the belt that much to make the fight? No, it was just that's just a reason for him to not face anyone good. That's all it was.
And to just hear a 2-time undisputed.
Like he's not even really a 2-time. He's just undisputed again.
Yeah,
It's like
I'm never calling him a 2-time. He just got all four, but he shouldn't even have all the belts still.
look, like Mike Tyson held 3 belts in his career. No one calls him a 3-time champion. No, he just won an extra belt. He unified. I don't call him a 3-time champion. No, he's unified. Like this undisputed again. Yeah, cool. Like technically,
With context, no one gives a damn.
like technically, Usyk's not going to be undisputed at the 3-time. No, he's just going to be undisputed again.
Well, at least the fans in the arena enjoyed it.
All 2 of them.
Yeah.
But at least it felt like boxing because it was in an arena. But we'll get to that.
We'll get on to that. It felt like pandemic boxing, but it felt like boxing.
Well, it was terrible. Canelo's washed.
Overly
Yeah.
Like
outstanding.
super duper washed. I get why he's not fighting anyone good.
You full well know what's going to happen, by the way.
He's gonna fight
Who
Jake
fought,
Paul.
who fought on the ring card last week?
Bloody hell, I don't even know who fought last week.
Eubank.
Oh, fuck off.
But you know that would happen. You know that's going to happen at some point.
Eubank's not going to be draining. He's going to school, and we will be there.
That'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
Chief support. I don't think this was a robbery, but I thought Gever won. Is how I say that.
More.
What was the scorecard for Jack?
Like they were close. I think they were 115, 113, and a draw. I had it a draw, and I will say this is one of the closest fights I've ever seen. Like I know, like he did like throw more,
Body
but
Jack.
like he didn't even do what he usually did as well. I mean, he started faster. Like it was just like, do you like the activity? Do you like the cleaner single shots? Like he was doing lots of those landing like sneaky shots. And well, I enjoyed the fight, and I thought it was really close. And if I had to pick a winner, I'd probably say like McCallan. But I'm fine with it going either way. I woke up to loads of people were saying it was a robbery, and I watched the fight, and I thought, what? How the hell can this be a robbery? I didn't even know how to score most of the rounds.
I didn't think it was a robbery.
I didn't even know how to score most of the rounds. That's how close that fight was. And it was a good fight. I enjoyed the fight. It was the best fight until yesterday of the weekend. IMO.
Probably.
Yeah.
Talking of washed out Mexicans, Jaime Munguia, what you doing, man? Like, who thought it was a good idea to turn Jaime Munguia into a single shot merchant?
Eddie Reynoso, like I said on the preview, it's not a good fit for him. Or what we said. But I also said. Not a good fit for him. It's not his style. I get why he fought like that because, he'd just been chinned, but he just looked cautious and terrified, really, to be honest. Occasionally he let rip a combination, but it was mostly just it was just like watching an Eddie Reynoso fight, pretty much. But not a good Eddie Reynoso fight, which is mostly everyone except a prime Canelo,
Just
basically.
long gone by now.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't good, but he did what he did. I saw someone say it looked like Camacho post Rosario. You may or may not have seen the tweet. And yeah, pretty much.
It's. I don't know where he goes. If I'm being honest. Like, what that Jaime Munguia doesn't beat many people. Super middleweight.
Yeah, it's like the appeal of Jaime Munguia was he's rock and roll, and it was he's so offensive and he's great to watch.
Let's go.
Like, maybe he just got caught. I mean, like, what? I mean, he took punches fine throughout most of his career, but then again, like, just you don't ruin a fighter what they're good at, which is his offense. You just improve the stuff that he's not good at. This is what I hate with a lot of trainers these days. Is they have one style that they fight, and they teach it to all their fighters. No, the best fighter. I mean, the best trainers just keep the stuff that they're good at and improve on the stuff that they're bad at. You're not just gonna have one style for everyone. Oh, boxing.
Yeah.
Oh, boxing. Yeah. Everyone's just an idiot these days.
The one fight I thought was a robbery. F.A. Jagba beat Ryan Bakole, and I don't really see a way you can score that fight a draw.
Like, I do.
If I'm being honest,
there's a term for like robbery where it's like someone wins like 9 rounds and they don't get it. This one was like, I agree. I don't think what's his name, Bakole won 5 rounds. So
Well, here I am with hot takes. I gave him 5 rounds.
yeah,
Yeah, gave him 5 rounds. Well, there's no debate he won 4 rounds, and whether you give him the
like the
second round,
last.
like he won the fourth round, he won the last 3, and I gave him the second round. So I mean, it's not the worst round I've ever seen. I gave him 5 rounds. I can see easily him winning 5 rounds, but he didn't look great, and he was out of shape.
A Jogba just fell off a cliff like
And
Stab was.
a jug was just, a jug was a jug. But I mean, like, if he had
He
better
looked really
stamina,
good at the start though.
yeah, he was good for like after like round 4. I mean, it looked like he was gonna walk the fight. Like he had the shaky moment, of course, and then he didn't walk the fight. And like pretty much, I mean, he lost himself the fight. Even if you think he won, he lost himself the fight by finishing the way he did. You can't lose the last 3 rounds in a 10-round fight and be pissed that you didn't win.
No, I'm not mad at the draw. I just think he won.
I watched that second round again twice. I can't give it to Bakole. It is what it is, though. Like, I think it's a more general point with Bakole and with that idiot.
Yeah,
on Twitter.
like the thing with Bakole is, I mean, like he's Like he's fine. Like he's a good heavyweight in this era, but only when he's in shape. Because he obviously wasn't in shape. Him being just under 300 pounds is not him being in shape. Him being like mid 280s is him being in shape. Like obviously he didn't have full camp for this fight because well he couldn't train for or at least spar for a month as we know. And well you saw. But I mean that's a really bad look that he was able to finish so good after basically losing most of the rounds until the last three. That's
He's
a
just
bad look for a Jaguar.
physically imposing human, let alone
Yeah,
boxer. He's just a huge dude.
like he just hits very hard, pretty much. And even though he's kind of out of shape, I mean, like his stamina's still like fine, I guess. Like at least if you can finish that strong, I guess after losing most rounds,
Mhm.
like he's just a fine heavyweight in this era, I guess. Like he's not great. He's not this destroying, unmovable force that's gonna kill everyone. No, he's not that guy. As we saw by getting chinned by Parker.
He's
But you
pathetic.
know,
Look, the one thing you've got to do at any level is train. I don't go around saying that you're the next Foreman and everyone's ducking you and all this, yeah. When all you've really done in your career is beat a prospect who doesn't even like boxing. You throw your guy to the wolves on a day's notice because Billy Nelson, you've got him under a horrific contract and you're stealing all the money off him, allegedly. Then you stick him in with a Jaguar and you just don't bother to train. Don't call him some killer and some avoided heavyweight when he can't even avoid the fucking fridge. I know, but you know what I mean. He's not training. He's not
yeah. I mean,
training. He's pathetic.
he's not training. I mean,
Winds me
it's
up,
not a good
man.
look.
Don't talk this game if you're not even gonna bother. And he lost that fight. And the reason he lost that fight or he drew that fight or whatever you scored it is because he didn't train. He had one good round in the fourth and was knackered for 3 rounds.
Yeah, like if you're not gonna put in the effort, why should the fans? Why should we put in the effort to watch you or care about you? Like, no. I, I watch him fight once again because we watch anything, but like I don't care about him, and you know he's not gonna beat anyone good. Well, I say anyone good. I mean, there's only really one good heavyweight, isn't there? Or one great heavyweight.
Billy Nelson needs to get off Twitter. And so does Martin McCauley, actually. But for completely different reasons. But Jesus Christ.
Yeah, like
Um,
this is doing it. It's not just doing a disservice to the fans, I guess. I mean, it's doing a disservice to, well, Billy Nelson's doing a disservice to Bacoli, and Bacoli's doing a disservice to himself because he can win these fights and he can do something in this division. But, you know, he doesn't want to. So, you know, I don't care. Doesn't mean anything to me.
being honest, that's 2 paydays in a couple of weeks. Isn't it? Or a couple of months, sorry. That's 2 big paydays. Is he going to train for his next fight?
Nope.
No. At the
Like,
very least, like he
He'll weigh
might
in three.
train.
He'll weigh in 310. That's fine.
Like he might train, but not hard enough. Like, because he's gonna blow up now to like fucking 350, probably. I don't know if he's gonna blow up that much. That might be a bit much, but 330.
he's a scam artist and a con man, nicking money off the Congo government, posting what he's posting on Twitter, not bothering to train, but apparently we're meant to believe is the next foreman. Like, just go away. I don't want to see you box again if you're gonna come in like that. Just leave the sport. You got your money now. Fuck off. I'm done. Like it's ridiculous, ridiculous, horrible fighter. But yeah, moving on. Richard Riap was back in the mix. Beat up a journeyman. Is what it is. Marco Verde beat up a journeyman, and there was the Saudi kid that drew up. That was the best moment on that card, actually. I don't know if either of you two heard it.
Cool.
Joe Gallagher in the corner of Akil, I think his name is, the Saudi kid. Literally said, "You're boxing like Devin Haney, and it's boring. Stop." That's the best moment of that card. But yeah, ridiculous. Oh, just a stupid fight. A stupid fight night, and it's ridiculous to have the two biggest Mexican stars in the sport fighting in front of about 5 people on Cinco de Mayo. But if you say that, you're negative and you're a hater and you hate boxing, apparently. So we would have to bow down to Mr. Al Sheikh, don't we? Jesus.
Yep.
Well, I don't. Fuck him.
Friday night. It was it was like an episode of Top Gear, wasn't it? Like just filming a lot of people driving about in cars. Most of the night.
It was. It didn't even feel like boxing. I don't even know what it was. I don't want to see anything like that again. It just felt like I was watching a load of exhibitions, to be honest. And the fights played out that way as well. And I'm putting no blame on Roddy, by the way. He's fine. He did his thing.
Yeah.
He fought fine. Ryan Garcia, he's just not. He's not good. Like, he's never been good. He's not a skilled fighter.
He just hits really hard.
He has a great left hook and is very good at landing it. And he punches hard and is fast. That's it. That's all he has. He's terrible skill wise. Like, everything about him is terrible. Take away his left hook, and he is basically a journeyman. To be honest, take away his left hook, and it got taken away by Brody Romero of all people.
Take away his left hook, and he is the opponent on a York Hall show.
I don't even know if he'd get in York Hall. To be honest, I don't think they'd let him in. They might stick him at the top.
No, with his.
They stick him at the top stand, up the top, at the back of the stand. That'll be good enough. That's where he belongs. Like, see, the thing with like Rolly is like, I mean, obviously he's not good, but I mean, he was pretty well. He was pretty well schooled. Like, I mean, like he knows how to do stuff, even though he's not very good.
He's not very good, but he was pretty good.
I mean, he was good in the fight.
Yeah,
but he's not good. But like, he knows boxing, I should say.
But who knows? Maybe all he needed was to go up and wait.
Maybe. Like, he just fought smart. Really, that's what he did. He kept his left hand up. I mean, his right hand up. And
struck him with body punches.
Yeah. Used the jab and didn't give Ryan many opportunities. Pretty much.
And got Ryan to be gun shy by nearly chinning him at the start.
Dropping him. Like, double left hook, and he's probably lucky that he blocked that second hook, otherwise he might be dead. Because if there's one thing Rolly can do, it's punch. Yeah. Like, obviously that might have made Ryan cautious, of course, because he's like, Rolly's not just like, he doesn't just punch hard. I mean, he's physically strong as well. It's like, does he really want to do what's necessary to win this fight? Well, but he can't do what's necessary to win this fight, because if he can't land his hook, he can't do anything. But yeah, no, because he doesn't care enough about boxing. Like, he doesn't care about boxing to sell out to win the fight. I mean, he's like, who cares if he wins against Roddy? He's still insanely popular, and a bunch of 14-year-old girls are gonna come and fill out us somewhere in the next time he fights.
He probably might still get the setup fight, even while losing. So
yeah, and he'll like, they can still make Haney versus Ryan Garcia. Who cares if?
Like, with how they both fought, they didn't really sell the fight, so it'll be the same as if they just rematch right after their first fight. Anyway, so
don't let Bacoli on the undercard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, he'll do a Curtis Harper but go into the crowd.
yeah.
Oh.
Um, right. Yeah. See, this is the thing. Yeah. With this event, like I said it on Twitter, like you're selling an event as these two guys on a show that fought last year, but they're not fighting each other. But that's the main selling point. And then we'll move on to the other one. But Garcia gets beaten and hardly throws a punch. And now the Haney rematch just isn't as big and doesn't have as much shine on it. Like it's just stupid. It's basic boxing. Like you can't script boxing. It's not WWE. You can't script it. And a lot of these fights, they did it with Wilder Joshua as well, putting them on the same card in different fights. Like you can't script boxing. And like it's just they haven't learned, and they're gonna keep doing this, and we're gonna keep getting nothing fights instead of fights you want, and it's gonna be boring. And also one thing with Ryan Garcia, PEDs matter. PEDs definitely matter. Yes, Devin Haney had defensive deficiencies in that fight, but PEDs definitely matter, and PEDs definitely helped. That's a whole other subject, but we'll get onto that. We'll get on to Devin Haney. Another one. You're putting a back foot fighter that's historically been awful to watch in with somebody that can't move his feet. What else do you expect? Like what genuinely like everybody could have told you that's how that fight was going to go. Terrible fight, terrible performance. Haney boxed like he was scared. Ramirez boxed like he was shot to bits, which he is, and he has been for a while. Yeah, it's just a terrible fight.
Yeah, but like I'm not even like putting any blame on Ramirez for this. I mean, Ramirez did exactly what Ramirez. Yeah, I mean he did try. I mean he came forward even if he didn't land anything really. Like
He'll always
did
come
it.
forward, but
He did exactly like what I thought he was gonna do. That's what he does at this stage of his career. I mean he's washed. We all know he's washed like shot. And Devin Garcia, Devin Haney.
might as well morph them together. Jesus Christ.
It'd still be terrible. Like Devin Haney fighting like that against a 2025 shot Jose Ramirez is just embarrassing. Pretty much, it's embarrassing. It's just,
I do have a history with hating Haney, and it's not going to end. He is probably he's one of the worst champions of the last 5 years.
like, it's not even just Haney either. Like, the worst part of Haney is his dad.
They're all horrible.
It's just his dad just fuck off. Like, what are you doing? Go get your own life. Stop living for your son. Why do you see them just sitting there laughing like losing to Rolly Romero? Like, did you just see what you just did against a shot Jose Ramirez? Like,
I don't care. It's like, oh, my son got my money. Like, just fuck off, please. Like permanently.
he'd be scared to get hit by Jose Ramirez in 2025 at kind of welterweight, sort of ish. At welter catch weight.
It's so nasty, man. He's finished. Oh, I was gonna say Haney's finished too. He probably has like real like boxing PTSD. Like
Yeah, he probably does.
he is probably done.
It's like the problem with Haney is like even if he like does sit down and punch, it's like it's not gonna do anything because like he can't punch, and he's just so physically weak. Like look at his legs, they're like sticks, little twigs. Like, there's no base there; it's just so weak. Like yeah, like, it's fine. We appreciate boxing, but like you're just moving and not doing anything.
Not that shit.
Like just throw more boxing. Like
Or just get out of my sport.
like people like hated his performance against Cambosos, but the performance against Cambosos was like 100 times better than the performance he did against Jose Ramirez. If he did that performance that he did against Cambosos against Jose Ramirez, it'd been fine because he actually threw lots of punches
You know, everyone
in
just
that
be like,
fight.
"Oh, he was
It's like,
kind
yeah,
of well, he was kind of boring, but he was good."
like, he just did what he did before he lost to Ryan Garcia, pretty much. That's fine.
Yeah, but now this is like him. He's petrified to get touched, because he thinks he'll just hit the floor when he gets touched again. So yeah,
Yeah, it's like, and it's just everyone. Most people in boxing in 2025 are just stupid. Like, if he fights how he fought against Jose Ramirez, against Ryan Garcia, he easily wins that fight. Like, Ryan Garcia is not gonna touch him because his footwork is so bad, and he needs to be set to throw. Like, obviously, when he throws, he gets careless because he jumps in. Devin Haney, this is, so he might give him an opportunity, but no, like, he would win that fight easily with barely
and
getting hit.
even if he didn't win that fight, like if he wouldn't, he just wouldn't have been
Yeah,
dropped all
yeah,
over the place and
uh,
like broken jaw and all that. Like he wouldn't have been that much of a mess.
yeah. Like, at the very least, if he does give him like one opportunity and does get dropped, he's probably not going to get dropped again, at least as
And
bad as he
again,
did.
and
And
He
he
again.
might
would, and he would win the fight. He's just an idiot.
he might
They're not
panic.
smart. I don't know if he would, but
Well, now he will.
well, yeah, he would. He would now. But at the time, he just drop once and just go back to what he's doing. But then again, he doesn't have a smart person in his corner to tell him to relax, calm down, get back to what you're doing. I don't even know what Bill Haney would tell him. Something stupid. Yeah, like, yeah, let's go stand in front of Ryan Garcia and give him an opportunity, but let's run around and outbox Jose Ramirez. Brilliant. Just brains.
Hell yeah.
Just stupid. It makes no sense.
um, Arnold Barbosa is
I'm sick of him.
not very good, is
Like,
he? Really?
it's not that
He's
he's
not
not very
good, and
good.
then he thinks he's doing way better than he's actually doing.
It's not necessarily that he's not very good. Like I said, everyone in boxing mostly is an idiot. Yeah, that's a fight on the front foot against Teofimo Lopez. Let's not fight how I always fight. Let's give him the only opportunity that he has, and Teofimo took it because he's a great counterpuncher. That's just what he wants to do, and he dominated the fight, and he actually looked good. Shout out to him, he looked good for the first time
In a while.
since he fought
What I will
Josh
say,
Taylor.
what I will
Yeah,
say, when Barbosa was forced back a little bit, maybe he got stunned or something. And he was sort of throwing out jabs to just try and get out the way and try and cover up and stuff. He was winning those exchanges when he was hurt or under pressure because he was moving backwards and Teofimo was useless moving forwards. So why the hell, like, you pick game plan? You've seen Teofimo Lopez, like, oh my god, idiots in boxing. Just,
yeah,
just don't plod
yeah.
forward. Idiots, man, idiots.
Yeah, like, I'm sure like Teofimo's speed didn't help, but like you didn't even give yourself a chance. Like, couple rounds of on the front foot. Oh, this is not going well. I'm getting dominated here. Let me switch it up. No, just carries on doing the same thing. Doesn't make any sense.
And then gets up on the starts celebrating like he did.
Like, it was like so bad for him that Teofimo was showboating. Like that's how bad it was. Like, that's how easy he made it for Teofimo. He was showboating. Oh, just what's the point? Why did they not do, like, they They must have watched Teofimo's fights. I mean, we were saying that if he fights how he should fight, he should win, and he should have won. But he's an idiot.
Idiot might be too nice.
Like, I don't know. The only thing I can think of why everyone was a bloody idiot on his card is because it didn't feel like boxing. And they probably was like, this doesn't feel like boxing. This is weird. Why am I coming to the ring in a car?
Why
Why
am
are
I
we
on the street right now?
Why are we in the middle of Times Square? Why is it boarded off?
But
Yeah, that's one. Why is it boarded? See, look, this is just a. That was a flex, pretty much. Like, didn't they say that it was like, I guess no fans, but like people that walking past can just see it, but no, they just board it off for people.
but you've got a load of local New York gyms were giving tickets under the impression that they were going to the fights. Good thing to do. Invite local kids from underprivileged backgrounds who are in boxing gyms and get them to see some big names. They were putting a pen about half a mile away from the actual ring to be filmed for shots on TV.
Yeah.
Like what? Like it was just it was a mess from beginning to end. The atmosphere was nothing. You had cars just driving past. The commentary team was awful. Mike Coppinger's awful. Mike Coppinger is one of the worst people in boxing. Just awful.
I didn't mind Lampley and Tarver. They were funny.
Yeah,
They were
those
funny.
are fine.
Like
Coppinger,
Taro was so funny.
Like, I don't need to listen to Coppinger. Like, it's bad enough him being in boxing, let alone me having to listen to him on commentary.
Coppinger's a moron. What else was I going to say? Yeah, like it looks like from the outside, when they put like fences up around building works, like roadworks, like quite high fences. It looked like that. It looked like it was roadworks. And like you had people, it was like you had like fighters coming to the ring delayed. You had fighters like trying to fight their way through crowds of people outside a hotel to try and get in a car to come to the ring. You didn't have like a medical facility, so everyone has to go in an ambulance. There was no atmosphere. There was no nothing. And it was just like it felt like pandemic boxing. It felt
even worse though. Like it was so much worse than pandemic boxing.
It felt like a rich guy trying to show off to the boxing world.
No, let me guess who that rich guy is.
What he did was he was like, yeah, well, I'll put this here, but you can't watch it. I'll keep all the peasants out. Peasants be out on the street trying to look out the windows or book a hotel. Oh, you got to pay for a hotel to watch the fights. Can't watch them on the street. You don't get anything for free out of me.
Yeah, it was pretty nasty.
It's like, what are you doing? Like, this makes no sense.
Flexing.
It's like, if you're gonna, like, yeah, sure, there are lots of people are in Times Square. If you're gonna have fights, let people walk past. How many people could look at that and be like, oh yeah, let's get into boxing? But no, you're not gonna help boxing by blocking off fights for the public. Like, they're the people that keep boxing afloat. Like, if there was no public, there would be no boxing. Unless you were funded by a rich idiot narcissist.
That's about it. Look, the aim was to unify the sport with Turkey and get everyone working together under one roof. So why the hell didn't we get a Garcia against Haney? I thought that was the whole point. I thought the whole point of all this was to make the fights that people want to see. I thought that was the whole point of killing the sport commercially, hiding it on an app, making so fans just it wasn't accessible to fans, putting fights on at stupid times, and doing all these gimmicks. I thought the point was that we got the fights, and we didn't get the fights.
Yeah, well, I think like he might be unifying the sport of boxing, but unifying it
Worst way possible.
so they all just hate him. Pretty much, that's all he's doing.
That you had 3 fighters there, 3 of the quote unquote 4 kings. I hate when people use that term, but the collective of those 4, you had 3 fighting on the same card, and not one fight between them. Why?
Yeah, and what I want to know is who the hell. Like, if you want to call them the Four Kings, sure, whatever. But who the hell invited Ryan Garcia to the Four Kings? Who the hell invited this guy? Like, sure, like Devin Haney, Teofimo, Javante Davis, like, yeah, they have skill. Like, they're skilled fighters. Who the hell invited Ryan Garcia? What's this guy doing here?
You know that clip of Paulie?
Yes.
Yeah. Where he says that Ryan's just a retarded version of Oscar De La Hoya.
So funny.
And he is. He is. And that's the sad. Oh, just horrible. The whole event was horrible. Mike Coppins was horrible. All the fights are horrible.
Look,
Yeah.
boxing is horrible. Brody Romero is the face of boxing.
True.
He saved the weekend. Shout out to him.
Speaking facts.
No, Ramon Cardenas saved the weekend.
Raymond Cardenas and Rafael Espinoza are the faces of boxing.
One and one other guy, because we haven't talked about this fight yet.
Oh, brilliant. All right, Kevin Lorena is the face of boxing.
Oh my.
Yeah, Kevin Lorena, what a man. Isin Radchenko. Muslim Gazi Magomedov, where are you? Come outside. Stop hiding from the real king.
It's Cardenas, really.
What is life when I am watching a Bridgerweight world title fight on a Thursday night? At the same time, we're cooking actually in the Europa League.
Oh my god.
But anyway.
Well, well, Radchenko's terrible. Lorena looked good, I guess.
Yeah.
Shout out to him.
I guess we'll do some news on Wednesday. But yeah, there's not much else to talk about. I think we should be doing a rankings update soon as well. But yeah, 2 horrible nights of boxing. 1 good night of boxing. Over the 3 days. 2 of them had a certain someone involved. The other didn't. And guess which one was good. So yeah, thank you for listening.
See you on episode 54.